Hello everyone, we're back down here on this beaver job down here in where the guy had the beaver flooding out his crop fields. On my last video I demonstrated one of the ways that I set a caster mound set. Well, unfortunately that very night, as it was about getting dark, we had flash flooding, torrential rains coming to the area. Needless to say, all my sets were pretty much destroyed. You young guys getting into water trapping, it's nature of the beast. You're gonna have to deal with it the best you can. You know, we cannot control Mother Nature. I'm back down here today. Finally, I've had probably 8 to 10 foot of water over top of my traps. So I'm finally able to get down here today, check them a little bit. The water is still high, but I am at least able to get to my traps. Of course, they're all plugged with leaves and debris and brush. Just trying to make some resets. Of course, there was nothing in the traps, you know. But the water came down on one of these caster mound sets that I had made, and a beaver has actually come by and he has marked over the mud and everything, you know, the caster mound itself. You know, just like I try to, explain and discuss in my last video. I made a reset on it. I didn't bother the mound itself. I did put some more castor gland and oil over on top of him, marked over him again. So if they still know, we do know that there's another one in the area. That's the positive side of this. He'll probably, when he's out and about, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. He's got a lot of dams to fix. It's washed out his dams and everything else, or theirs. But there is a lesson in all of this that I would like to cover a little bit with you young trappers, or at least new people who's new to trapping, especially water trapping. It was a lesson I learned a long time ago. If you got a 6-inch log and it's 6-8 foot long, I used to tie traps off to that. A coon cannot drag that off when I was trapping coons, or if I was trapping mink, or if I was trapping muskrat, whatever be the case in water trapping. Well, it would come these torrential rains, and I would have to go dig my traps out of brush piles, log jams, if I could ever find them at all. That was a bought lesson, very expensive lesson. So maybe what I want to explain is maybe it could save you a lot of money, a lot of time trying to find your traps. Folks, do not tie your traps to things that will float. Even though you know the animal can't drag that log off, that don't mean Mother Nature in her water can't. It's just unreal what water can do. Anybody that's not familiar with it, I'm sure you are. But always tie to something solid. My traps today, they were buried. They were just under mud, brush, leaves. I mean, the gomest mess you ever seen. But I was able to retrieve every single one of my traps for the simple fact that I will not tie off to anything that floats, especially when it comes to water trapping. That is one lesson that I cannot stress enough to people getting in here, because you're going to lose equipment. And Lord knows that equipment is not cheap. Especially when you're out here trying to make up some of that, when you spend all this money on your equipment and your traps and everything, and the way the fur market is today, it's going to hurt you. It's going to sting. So maybe I can help you out a little bit by, please take this advice. Always tie to something solid. Never tie off to anything that will float, because sooner or later you might get by with 100 times, but that 101 time you're going to lose equipment, and it does get expensive. This is a short video because I have nothing really. I still got a lot of work ahead of me to do here. I got to let this water come down a little bit more before I can get back in and really see what the activity is going on, and then we're going to reset. I'm going to try to take you along, try to be informative, educational to you people just trying to get into the trapping. I hope this helps some of you, and maybe we'll do a little better video the next time. And we'll see y'all later.